The markets are now experiencing some volatility due to investors having divided opinion about prices of equity. With the world becoming more aware of the environmental issues humanity is facing, world leaders and policymakers are boosting policies to encourage eco-friendly solutions. The electrification is a phenomenon that is spreading all over the world, which leads to interesting investment ideas that could stand out as a winner among the chaos. Certain companies such as Tesla have pioneered in revolutionizing electrically powered commercial cars and trucks. Other car manufacturers quickly caught up in this new trend. At the time of this video, almost every single global car manufacturer now offers electric-driven cars and/or trucks, such as Volkswagen, Audi, Renault, Toyota, and Volvo, just to name a few. An almost forgotten industry that is being developed alongside with the electric vehicle market are of course electric charging stations, which are necessary to power the electric vehicles. Just as fuel-driven cars need gas stations to refuel, electric vehicles need charging stations to recharge. As the electric car becomes more normalized and more prominent, the charging stations will slowly replace gas stations. Welcome to Nordic Investing. This is Zain Elias. Do consider subscribing if you enjoy our content. In this video, we are taking a look at electric charging stations as a potential investment to hold on for years to come. We will first uncover the direction of electric charging stations as an industry, and at the end of this video, we will talk about some companies and stocks you can invest in the Nordic region, in Europe, and in the United States as well. The demand for electric cars, semi-trucks, heavy-duty trucks, and buses is increasing globally, which also forces an increased demand in charging stations, since one cannot function without the other. A study presented by Thomas A. Becker, Iklak Sidhu, and Burgart Tenderich, commissioned by the Center of Entrepreneurship and Technology at the University of California, made a projection into 2030, where in the study it was estimated that electric cars would account for 64% of the United States light vehicle sales and comprise 24% of the United States light vehicle fleet. The study also projects that investment in battery and charging infrastructures would account for between 1.1% and 1.5% of total United States business investments by 2030. Not to mention the potential positive health effect the growth of electric vehicles and electric infrastructure would have due to lower emissions of airborne pollutants. Another study, which is comprised of different articles based on ecology, energy, and engineering, highlights that electric vehicles globally has rapidly increased over the past decade, and it is vital for the environment to further grow the transportation industry. Electric vehicles accounted for 4.2% of light vehicle sales in 2020, which is almost the double of 2019, according to an article written by Felix Richter. However, we can see that countries in the Nordic region actually leads the way in electric vehicle sales, where Norway, Iceland, and Sweden are the top 3 countries. This has been the case due to policies incentivizing electric vehicles in these countries. When it comes to charging stations for electric vehicles, the story is different. Many studies show that even though there is a growth in electric vehicles, it has been difficult to implement and remodel cities to meet the increasing demand of electric vehicles. This is, however, just a phase. China is way far ahead of North America and Europe combined, with most built units of charging stations. Scientists and community builders are now examining China to replicate the infrastructure model that has been successful in China. An article published by the European Automobile Manufacturers Association states that there is a lag when it comes to correlation between electrically chargeable vehicles and the availability of charging stations in Europe. It is noted that 76% of all charging stations in Europe are located in just 4 countries. These are France, Germany, the Netherlands, and the United Kingdom. So we are definitely seeing some sort of lag effect of charging stations compared to available electric vehicles, which brings us to the point of this video, that investing in companies that produces electric charging stations could be a potential long-term investment. The world is heading to a more electrically based society where transportation plays a major role. This means that the demand for electric charging stations will reach a point where countries and societies must finance charging stations to meet the supply for electric vehicles. And this is the point we as investors can benefit by staying ahead of the game. In this segment of the video, we are going to provide with a couple of stock suggestions and a brief financial history of these stocks. These stocks will be based in the Nordic region, Europe, and also in the United States, so you can read up on whatever company that suits your portfolio. The first one is Evebox, which is a large producer of charging stations and sells charging stations in Europe and USA. Based in Amsterdam, Evebox have been active since 2010, slowly but surely expanding its business. Evebox is not yet publicly traded. However, Evebox is set to merge with the SPAC TPG Pave Beneficial Finance with the ticker symbol TPGY. After the merge, the ticker symbol will be changed to EVB. So keep an eye out for Evebox and catch up on their story if you're interested in investing. It should be noted though that Evebox is projected to break even in operational earnings at 2023, so we are a couple of years away from seeing actual profits, which is why investment in this industry is for the long term. Next up is Garo, a Swedish company that develops and sells electric-based products. Garo has been for the last 7 years increasing its revenue by innovation and marketing. The earnings have doubled since 2015. However, in recent time, Garo have not managed to increase its earnings significantly. Garo is a steady achiever, and there are definitely growth potential as an investment. Lastly, we have Zaptec, which is a Norwegian company that focuses on building and selling charging stations for electric vehicles, but also builds electric solution products for home use, such as small portable chargers for your cell phone. Zaptec is quite young as a company and has recently been publicly traded. Revenue has been increasing for the last 3 years, which is a good sign of growth. However, the earnings are very marginal. Since the company is quite new on the stock exchange, there isn't a lot of financial data available for Zaptec at the moment, but this company will be interesting to follow in the coming years. Throughout human history, innovation and technology is the primary force of human evolution. New industries and companies are born, while old and obsolete technology slowly vanish. The electric charging station will become a part of everyday life in the future, and will grow as an industry. Your investments can grow with this lucrative business. Make sure that you invest for the long term to reap the benefits of your investments. Alright guys, thank you for watching this far. If you have enjoyed the video, please consider liking and subscribing. And remember to always do proper research before investing your hard-earned money. See you in the next video, and thanks.